Dan here with Fanatic Bike Co. and our most exciting gear of the month. So July is here, summer is in full swing, temperatures are rising. It can be pretty easy to get off of work and just go home right to the couch, not want to go ride your bike at all. It's really nasty and sweaty out. We know how it is. But we have found that getting your Camelback, your hydration pack off your back, getting your tools onto your bike can make those afternoon rides, after work rides, even on the weekends for longer adventures, much more pleasurable. So a lot of people have been going to hip packs. We have a great review of one that you can check out. But a lot of people are trying to get their tools and everything else onto their bike, so no pack at all. A lot of bike companies, Cro-Mag and their Root Down BA, are starting to put water bottle cages on all their bikes, a lot of full suspension bikes as well, so you can carry some water with you on your bike. And a lot of tool manufacturers are coming up with really neat gadgets to help carry everything you might need in case of emergency on your bike itself. So that's what we're going to explore today. First off, how do you go about carrying this stuff? Well, Backcountry Research is a little company out of Bozeman, Montana. They've been hand making these nifty little straps since 2008. Super simple. They've got two models that we carry. This is their race strap. Again, it is just a little nylon strap. Super simple. The race strap is going to be a little bit smaller. It's going to be able to carry a inner tube, a couple of tire levers, a multi-tool if you need it. We'll talk about what this is in a moment here. A coworker of mine let me know that you can also fit a beer in here and strap it anywhere on your bike should you want. We've also got the Mutherload, which is a little bit bigger, has a little more carrying capacity. Now, as you can see here on my Root Down, I do have it on a dropper post. It won't interfere with the action of the post at all. On full suspension bikes, you do have to make sure that it's not going to get buzzed by your tire. But these have an advantage over your typical saddlebags that you've seen in the past because those just rattle around. I was recently on a ride with a friend. His got ripped off his saddle. He had to go back and search for it to get all his tools back. So this is going to take care of all of that. It's super secure. It's not going anywhere. Once you've got it cinched down, this thing's not coming off. Anyways, so this is the race strap. We've got the Mutherload. Both of these are under $20. So what do we got in here? Well, the first thing I want to point out is this little tool. It's made by a company called Dynaplug, and it just looks like nothing at all really. But what it is, it's actually a tire plug should you puncture a hole in your tire. Now this is a super nifty one. It uses their little proprietary plugs that have a metal tip on the end to make sure that it doesn't get ripped out. It also will actually accommodate a CO2 cartridge. What the Dynaplug tubeless tool allows you to do is plug your tire, and then without removing the tool, you can thread the CO2 cartridge into the back, and it's got a little hole here that will allow you to inflate your tire with the tool in there. Then you remove the tool, the tire plug stays in there, and you can carry on riding. Super simple, super easy. You wouldn't actually even have to remove your Mutherload strap to get this out. You could probably just finagle it out of there. Really simple. Next up is our Dynaplug Micro Pro that you see here in my race strap. Again, this is not going to fall out with it pressed up against the tube there. There's not a chance that it's going to wiggle free. The Micro Pro is a slightly different tool in that it doesn't have CO2 capacity, but it does carry a little more utility in it. Now you've got here your tire plug installation tool that we just talked about, but also in here you have a second tire plug and carrier. You also have a air stopper, so you can stick this in the hole to widen it if you want, or just to keep air from getting out while you're preparing this. It's also got a few more holes in here that you can carry some extra tire plugs with you. Anyways, you just pop it in the hole, pull it out, the tire plug stays in. It's actually, this one's got a really cool nifty little samurai sword, a little katana that you can use to cut off the end of the plug so it doesn't get ripped out by accident. Yeah, super nifty little tool. The Micro Pro is going to run you $55 for the silver version, $60 for the anodized version. It does come with 5 tire plugs. You can get extras. We carry all the extras, as well as all those other little nifty gadgets that I showed you. The CO2 version is going to be a bit more expensive. This is $75. It does come with 5, I believe, extra plugs and 2 CO2 canisters. So that's going to get you set up to go for a good long time. So what else do we have here on our Mutherload strap? Well, this is a super nifty multi-tool that I really like quite a bit. Very different than a lot of the other multi-tools that you see out there. This is the Topeak Ratchet Rocket. Now this is a super cool little multi-tool, very different than a lot of the other multi-tools that you'll see out there. It's a totally adorable little ratchet. It comes with 10 different heads, everything from a 2 to a 8 actually, Allen wrench that you can use, and you can pop in here. This is a 2-direction tool, so you can loosen and then tighten anything. This is going to be extremely useful for things like saddle adjustments, where instead of turning your multi-tool and then removing it to get it back into position, you can just ratchet it, get your saddle exactly where you want it. Same thing with stem adjustments. If your headset comes loose and you need to tighten up the preload on your bearings, you can very quickly, very easily do that. It also has a T25 and T10 Torx wrench, so this tool is great to have around in your toolbox, on trail, anywhere. It's a super useful tool. Other things that I forgot to mention, the back of the tool is a magnetic carrier, so you can do fine adjustments where you're not having to wrench on the tool. It also comes with this extender for hard to reach places that'll pop in the back there. It'll also give you some more leverage for things like tightening up your crankset and stuff like that, where you need more leverage. This tool also comes with 2 tire levers, so it gets you covered there for in case of flat tire. Yeah, this tool is awesome. I really, really like it a lot. I own one, carry it with me everywhere, and use it for a lot of home repairs as well, or bicycle repairs at home. It's going to run you $35, so not terribly expensive, especially when you compare it to a lot of the other multi-tools out there. And it's going to last you forever. All these are hardened steel. Super great tool. Next up is the tool that a lot of you probably came here to see. That is made by One Up Components out of BC, up north. It is called the EDC Tool. That stands for Everyday Carry. Now you saw me messing with this earlier. There's a lot of features built into this one product. You saw me remove this CO2 canister. That's solely a carrying function. There's a separate tool that you use to inflate your tire. The EDC tool itself, though, is going to come with a number of different features. This teeny little multi-tool is jam-packed with really well-designed items. It's got a 2, 2.5, 3, 5, and 8 mil Allen. It has a flathead screwdriver, and it has a T25 Torx. Super nifty little things. The 8 mil is accomplished by combining your 5 mil and your flathead tool into one. Now you have an 8 mil tool. It also has a quick link removal tool, which again combines that flathead and the 8 to leverage off the quick link, which if you've ever tried doing that by hand, it can be extremely frustrating, especially when you're out on the trail needing to figure out what to do. Super nifty. The EDC tool also has a spoke wrench, or actually 3 spoke wrenches, 0, I believe 1 and 2 spoke wrenches on there, the sizing. It also has a chain tool built in here. It's just, you just remove this little chain ring bolt, should you break one of those, and there you are. Lastly, tire lever built into the system, and these 2 little holes will accommodate an extra quick link, so you always have a quick link with you as well. Now, where are you going to keep this thing? This seems like a pretty cumbersome thing to have on you. Well, that's a great question, and if you haven't got the idea yet at how ingenious the guys at One Up are, they've actually designed this tool to be able to fit inside your fork. It will actually fit in the steer tube of your fork. Now this doesn't happen right off the bat. You do have to modify the steer tube a little bit. What you do is you use a tap tool that they sell. You can do this process at home. We have the tap tool here at the shop, so if you buy a fork or a bike from us, we can do this for you if you know how long of a steer tube you need. So you'll tap the top of your fork, and then this top cap replaces your stem top cap up here to preload your bearings. And it also snugly holds your One Up tool in place. There's a little O-ring in there that'll keep it in place. Now this isn't a great example because this fork isn't threaded, so it'll rattle around a little bit, but you get the idea. Super nifty. Again, it has space to accommodate this CO2. We also found out that if you don't want to carry that CO2 there and maybe just want to put it in your Mutherload strap, it has this little stash spot where you can keep all your little green things like this Dynaplug CO2 tool that fits in there. You can thread this on and pop your CO2 into your Mutherload. Now you're set to go. This will pop right in your sear tube. You can be on your way with no backpack at all. That about does it for this month's most exciting gear. If you have any questions about any of these nifty tools, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. You can also shoot us an email at sales@fanaticbike.com or give us a call at 1-844-FANATIC. That's 1-844-326-2845. Again, I'm Dan. I'm here with Fanatic Bike. You can find us at fanaticbike.com. Thanks for watching.